Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video with Tank Reaper today on World of Warships console. That's right, boys and girls, and we are actually going to be playing the Tier 3 Imperial Japanese Navy's Hosho, Tier 3 Imperial Japanese Navy carrier. Yeah, I'm probably definitely butchering these Imperial Japanese Navy's ships sometimes, and I'm sorry for that, Japan. I'm so sorry for that for Japan, Germany, or any other nation that I'll probably be butchering your ship's names. But we're going to be covering some of the stats of the ship, taking it into a gameplay, see how it actually performs in gameplay. Yeah, let's get right into it. First of all, I put my modifications on here. The first one I put is secondary battery mod 1. It increases secondary batteries range is 10%. Dispersion of secondary batteries is 10%. Always want to make sure that's a good thing. Be honest, if you want to make your aircraft return speed better, which is 20%. Then my second modification is Air Group Mod 2. Bombers HP is 3% more, and Torpedo Bomber HP is 3% more. Besides, it leads on to the Tier 5 Ryojo class carrier, which is at Tier 5. The stats, you get HE bombers, torpedo bombers, and then you get a damage control party, which is automatically activates and deactivates and stuff. Consumer duration 60 seconds, reload time 90 seconds, and you get unlimited of those. Then you get a fighter air group for the ship. Consumer duration 600 seconds, reload time is 40 seconds, and you only get 4 of these to be used. Survivability of the ship. Hit points of the ship is 31,800. Not that bad. The torpedo bombers is the Yokosuka B4Y. Hit points is 1,712. Max speed is 400 miles per hour. Attack unit size is 2. Aircraft per squad is 6. Detection range is 7.3 kilometers. Aircraft restoration time, meaning how much aircraft you get back, is 59 seconds. Max torpedo damage is 5,757. Torpedo speed is 45 knots, and torpedo range is 3.5 kilometers. Then your dive bombers are the Achiya D1A1. Hit point is 1,648. It looks like the torpedo bombers gets more hit points. Max speed is 139 miles per hour. Again, it looks like the torpedo bombers gets better both hit points. I mean, yeah, only 100 more hit points, and at least another 1 more freaking speed, but still gets a little bit better. Max attack unit size is 2. Aircraft per squad 6. Detection range is 10 kilometers. More than the actually torpedo bombers. Torpedo bombers looks like they're more stealthier. The aircraft restoration timer is 55 seconds, less than the torpedo bombers. The max bomber damage is 8,500, which is more damage than the torpedo bombers, and then you get your firing setting chances 43%. So yeah, not all bad for the aircraft. The secondary armaments is a 140mm third-year type gun. She gets 4 of these. Firing range is 3.9 kilometers. Reload time is 8 seconds. Max HE shell damage is 2,400, and firing setting chance is 10%. You only get one type of AA gun. It's the 25mm Type 96 Mod 1. You get 6 of these. Average damage per second, 34. Firing range is 3.1 kilometers. Then max speed of the ship is 25 knots. Turning circle radius is 740 meters. And rotor shift time is 7.9 seconds. Detectability range by sea is 10.3 kilometers. Detectability when the ship is on fire is 12.3 kilometers. And detectability range by air is 7.4 kilometers. Detectability from when the ship's on fire from the air is 10.4, and the ground detectability range is 2 kilometers. Let's talk about the armor. And we're going to show you where the Citadel is too, because this is Tier 3, I think, is really where the Citadel really starts showing its ugly head on a lot of ships. Um, hugely on cruisers more than any other ship, but we did cover the Imperial Japanese battleship having a good size citadel, basically almost the full length of their ship. But yeah, let's get right into the armor. The bottom is 15 meters thick. The fore-end plate is 13. The fore-end deck is 6 to 13. The bottom is 15. The aft end plate is 13, and the aft end deck is 6 to 13. The cooling tower size is 19. Cooling tower top is 13. Side plates is 10. Top side plates are also 10. Then you have the athwart ship is 6. The armor belt is 13. The deck is 10. The athwart ship is also 6. It doesn't seem like you got much thickness of armor on this ship. The most thickest armor you're probably going to see is probably the 10-meter thickness. The plates are 10, and deck is 10 to 13. Oh wait, never mind. 13 is what it seems like it's going to be the highest number so far. The Citadel athwart ship is 6. The Citadel armor belt is 20. That's actually the more better. So basically your Citadel is a little more protected. The Citadel bottom is 20. The Citadel deck is also 20. Citadel athwart ship is 6. And Citadel plates are also 15. So basically saying your Citadel is basically protected with 2 plates of 20 meters of armor. So that does mean, yeah. But where's your Citadel? Well, it's not above the waterline. It's actually at the waterline. So that means if you hit in this spot right here in the middle of the ship, you are definitely going to Citadel, this Imperial Japanese ship. But if you're burning a battleship, and maybe if you have overpen penetrations, especially if you're playing in a top tier battleship, you can probably overpen the, well, I think you can call this aft end, or I don't know the full, like the front and the rear of the ship's name. I just know the port and starboard sides. I'm sorry for that, but if you probably aim here, I think you can overpen it and actually get the Citadel if you're playing in a battleship. But if you're playing something like a cruiser, the side, or maybe a destroyer, yeah. But I mean, with that type of Citadel, I mean, it's not that obviously out there for everybody to know where it's at and stuff like that. My Imperial Japanese aircraft carrier captain, his original perk that he came with is the Typhoon. Average damage for your AA per second is 2.5% more. Swatting as flies, your aircraft carrier's average AA damage is 10%. Then I have one-way ticket. Torpedo damage is 1% more. Hidden threat torpedo bomber detectability is 2%, and torpedo bomber HP is 4%. I kind of went for more of a torpedo bomber way for the Imperial Japanese, and I think for the Americans too, because they seem a lot more better in that regard. Or if you want to go for a dive bomber, you can go for the out of sight dive bombers. Skip bomber detection range is 2%, and bomber HP is 4%. I mean, you always want to try and raise your aircraft's HP a lot more than you expect. Then we have a sea detection range, which is look at me now, is at 2%. Again, if you're going for a dive bomber, do this one, burn baby burn. It will chances of causing fire with your HE bombs are 2%, and HE bombs doing damage is 1% more. So yeah. His legendary perk is We Are Legend. Torpedo bomber air speed is 2%, and incoming damage to your aircraft carrier is 20% less. Active when in an enemy ship is within a 3-kilometer range. So that's pretty decent. Right there, I mean, as you can see, I don't have them completely up pretty high. I mean, I could probably just go ahead and raise his level. I do have a million Captain XP, so I could raise him. We'll raise him up to level 10. So that way his perks are a little bit more better working. I still got a good bit of left to actually use. And it does look like we could. Maybe. Or I might just keep him as a level 10 captain. There we go. He's a level 10 captain. Um, but I think that's enough talk about in the port there, guys, about this ship. Let's take her out. Let's see what she can do. And I'll see you guys in the battlefield. See you there. So, guys, welcome back to Polar. Uh, I'm eventually going to get these names right. Or did I get the name right? I don't even remember. No. Can't say I can remember because, well, when is the last time I had Polar? Oh. Did I have it on my battleship gameplay? Or did I have it in one of my cruisers? I don't know if I did. But still, we're on Polar. Pretty much a map that doesn't have too much cover in the spawn area of the ships, so I can't go behind the island and just sit there and take off my aircraft. But I start out with my torpedo bombers, right? These are torpedo bombers? Yeah, they're torpedo bombers. Okay, yep. I was just making sure I get the right aircraft picked. I do like using torpedo bombers a little bit more than the other ships' torpedo bombers, or not other ships' torpedo bombers. I mean the dive bombers, because with these, I mean, how can I put this? I guess in a way this game is going to show you how effective torpedo bombers can be, but also a few irritating things that if you drop your torpedoes too late, you're not going to hit the enemy ship. Now, we do spot an enemy ship, and I think it's this Phoenix right here, which is May of Citadels, but we're not with a ship with a actual gun or torpedo dive bombers where we can Citadel the American cruiser. We're coming in, we launch our 2 torpedoes at this guy. Is any of these going to hit? Come on, please hit. Come on, please hit, baby. None hits. Okay, let's come back in for another torpedo dive bombs. And it looks like he is starting to turn and launch the torpedoes before he gets into no range. And yeah, I kind of launched them too late. Yeah, no damage, but I did spot 4 enemies. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the map, and I was deciding to go where I'm trying to put a waypoint at, because I thought this flank was going to fail, and this flank was going to fall. And to be in this, let's stay until the end of the game, and you're going to see what happened. Where I thought this flank is definitely going to fall, I'm not sure if it is or isn't, but I do want to come over here, help this cruiser out right here with these 2 battleships, which is one of I don't know which ships these are. I decided to, well, change my position. Why is that, Tank? Well, there's one ship over here, and he is dead by the Triumph and the Arkansas class battleship. And I think that cruiser, though, launched torpedoes before he died. Yeah, I think he did. I wasn't paying attention to his torpedoes, but we do want to hit this Chabrut. I think that's a French battleship. It could be, I think, a premium battleship. But we're coming in for a torpedo bombing hit, dive, and did we get him? We do hit 1 hit of our torpedoes. Nice. So we go in for a second torpedo dive bomb. He is slowing down some. We launch our torpedoes, and those completely missed because we launched them too early. And the reason why I'm going the opposite way is because we lost the other flank, where the flank that I'm on right now, I thought we were going to lose, but we didn't lose it. Our team actually won this flank more than what I expect them to. We're actually winning. We're only down 2 ships, and they're down 4 ships. 2 of their cruisers, 2 of the destroyers. They only have 1 destroyer left, which is a Wakataki. Yeah, I'm actually going over that way. So if he does spot me, I could be easy prey for his torpedoes. Don't want that. But I'm bringing out the dive bombers now with the HE bombs. see how these things work. I hope they work pretty decently, because I don't want to say they do. Tank, don't say that. But as we got time to until we actually get to the location, I put my ship to go over that way. So just in case if the battleship does come near me and spots me, I can make sure I don't have to worry about it. But I was getting a bad feeling about this game. I then did much damage and stuff. I dropped my first bombs on the Arkansas, catches them on fire. Nice. One pen, one shattered on impact, but the good thing about these is because these are bombs, even if they do shatter, they're still going to catch on fire. And outside, let's go down right here, and that was too early, so I just didn't commit of dropping my bombs, because what's the sense? They're just going to go to the water and destroy the water. Or hurt the water. Is wait, can you even hurt water? I don't even think you can. Well, we're coming back. The Arkansas is burning nicely with my dive bombers. I guess he doesn't want to put use his damage control party. We're coming back for this Trabrute. Frenchie. We drop our two bombs. Does any of these hit? None of those hit. But our fire is still burning nicely on that American battleship. The Arkansas. USS Arkansas. Pretty good battleship too at this tier. And I'm trying to have my teammates focus their fire on him, because he is very much on low hit points, and meaning he could be killed pretty easily if my team focuses a huge amount of fire on him. What I'm trying to do is go after the Trabrute, the Frenchie, or I think this is a Frenchie, a French battleship, which I think is the tier 3 premium battleship with 4 gun turrets, well, 2 on port, 2 on starboard, plus 1 in the front and 1 in the rear of the ship. I'm deciding not to go this side with torpedoes. I'm deciding to go over on this side. I'm watching this guy see his health slowly drain away. And can we get some type of torpedoes hits on this guy? I mean, we've already gotten a decent amount of damage, 15,000 damage with fire. First round of torpedoes doesn't do anything. They will just drop too early. And this shows you that if you drop your torpedoes too early, that means you're not going to get nothing out of your torpedoes. They're just going to go right through the enemy ship and dissipate to nothing. But up to 15,000 damage. Now, maybe if Yins can get better game results of your carriers, good. Because, well, carriers can be pretty annoying. Honestly, they can be. They're like artillery. But we launched another 2 more torpedoes, and those were dropped too early again, so meaning no damage with those torpedoes. Well, dang it! I want to get some kind of damage out of these torpedoes. I mean, this does prove to you if you drop your torpedoes too early, you will definitely lose them. Oh, not lose them, but they won't hit the enemy ship. So I dropped these 2, hoping that this was farther enough. And yep, okay, 1 damage torpedo hit. No floods though. Huh. So I decided to bring my carrier over there. Always make sure you look at the map when you're in the carrier, so that way you can see where your team is at. And again, we pick more torpedo bombers, because if you don't, you're going to get yourself killed. But if it does seem like both flanks are lost, you're definitely going to die no matter what. Unless if you can kite your enemies away from you and survive into the end of the battle. I've seen it on other YouTubers' channels. I haven't seen it actually happen too much in-game by playing the console version, but I mean, I have seen it on the PC version. And come around for a torpedo hit, and that carrier dies. But where do we come at on the leaderboard there, Bob? Well, I guess you're just going to sit there and wait there, guys. But I hope you guys enjoy it, because we are definitely going to call it here. If you did, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to. And like always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.